On showing you more of that athleisure style, which is just sort of kicking it, you know, casual. It's like, oh, I'm not even trying this old thing, like that kind of style. It's super comfortable. That's what we're talking about with these cozy drawstring pants. What I like about these, oh, these are so soft. They're so soft and snuggly, but the bottoms have a little bit of flare. So see how they come in at the knee and then flare at the bottom? Very, very cute and super, super soft and cozy. And this is the heather gray. And here you go, this is the black. 31.5 inches in the length. These are 95% cotton, 5% spandex. Extra small through extra large, 1X, 2X, and 3X. These are brand new for the event. They're not gonna be on till 10 p.m. and that is for the beauty report. Now, Valerie, are you wearing the small in these? And you usually like a 2? 2-4. Okay, so would you say they're true to size? Are they a little snugger or bigger? True to size. Okay, so these are, I just want to check with you. So Valerie's a size 2-4 and she's wearing the small. That's what she usually wears. So order your regular HSN size. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't try these on, so I didn't know, I don't know what size I'm gonna wear in them, but they look really nice. And you know what? I feel like they've got like a little bit of kind of like a dressier pant look at the bottom because of the way they kind of come in slim here and then come out down here. I feel like you could wear these out and they would be, you've got that half tuck. See, how do you do that? Like in 2 seconds. That's that cool half tuck thing. I always try to do it and I look like I accidentally got my pants caught in my, like my shirt caught in my pants when I went to the ladies' room. Like, hey, oh, I got that half tuck thing. No, don't do it. Don't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Don't stop looking at me, Elsa. I can't do the half tuck. I can't do it. I can't do it. But look, she just does it like, half tuck. All right, so here you go. And they have a really nice silhouette. So these are the ones that you put on to be comfy, but you can run and pick up the kids, go to the grocery store, and like be outside the house. The softness is what's gonna get you. Right? When you get that package in the mail from HSN that you can't wait to open, and you take it out, and you put your hands and you squish it, and you feel how soft these are, you're gonna say, oh yeah, these were a good one. I'm so glad I bought these. If you're somebody that like the hand of the fabric means like how soft it is when you touch it matters to you. These are probably the softest feeling pants I've ever felt in the 8 years that I've been here at HSN. They're made of cotton, 95% cotton, but they do have 5% spandex. I think the cotton must be brushed and combed and, you know, and by the way, you can machine wash it and double dry. Valerie's like, something was done to these pants to make them so soft. They look great on as well. So, you know, maybe you're going to, you know, yoga class or you're going out to lunch with your friends. I like that you can wear these where you're kind of cheating. It's like no one knows it, but you're actually wearing your cool like kick around sweatpants, but they look like these, like this adorable stylish. You've got that little tie. Now there's a trick to the tie. If you're saying, oh, I don't want that tie, there's gonna be a lump right there. You can just flip it on the inside. I do that with the ties. So if you've got pants that tie, you just take the tie and you just turn it in on the inside and then your clothes, everything will be like flat right here. But 2 colors. This is the gray that Valerie's wearing, but of course there's also classic black. And this is a great kind of silhouette to have. And I know you may say, well, what are you talking about? I've got a pair of sweatpants. I want you to go look at them. Do you have like those mustard stains from watching the game? You know what I mean? Like, how sad are they? Is it time to treat yourself? And at this price, at only $39.90, you know what these feel like? That high-end store that has exercise clothes, that all the pants are like $80, $90, I can't say the name of, only $39.90. And I really think Daisy Fuentes did an amazing job bringing these pants to us, especially under 10 bucks to get home. HSN card holders, $7.98 is your flex payment. The length is 31.5 inches. Sizes are extra small through extra large, 1X, 2X, and 3X, all sizes. By the way, every size is the same price here at HSN. Every size goes back with other brands in a size, although I do try to try them on and ask the models what size they are. Valerie's a 2-4, she's wearing the small. I have not personally tried these on yet, but Valerie's telling me that they're true to size and she wears everything here, so she wears all the different brands, so she'll know. Okay, brand new full presentation during the list today, which is gonna have Amy hosting tonight. 502-512 is